The world of the NBA has seen its fair share of talented players who, for various reasons, seem to vanish from the spotlight, whether due to injuries, personal issues, or unexpected circumstances. These athletes once captured the attention of fans around the world, but later faded away from the public eye, leaving all of us wondering what happened to them. Join me as we find out what happened to these NBA stars. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell for more NBA videos, and follow me on Twitter. Now let's get to the video. First up, Stephon Marbury. Now, Stephon Marbury was the 4th overall pick in the 1996 NBA draft, selected by the Milwaukee Bucks, but then traded for Ray Allen, who was drafted immediately after him. In his first season in the league, Marbury averaged 15 points and 7 assists per game and was named to the All-Rookie team in 1997. During the lockout short season in 1999, Marbury demanded a trade. He said he wanted to be closer to his family and friends, but other reports said he wanted to go to a market that would provide more endorsement opportunities, while there were other people who speculated that Marbury genuinely disliked the city of Minnesota and was jealous of Kevin Garnett's new contract. Believe what you will. Ultimately, he was traded to the New Jersey Nets in a 3-team trade. And while in New Jersey, he blossomed into an NBA All-Star. He made the All-NBA team in 2000 and was selected as a reserve for the 2001 NBA All-Star game. Not to mention, he hit 2 clutch threes to win that game. He also scored a career-high 50 points on February 3, 2001. And despite his individual accolades, the Nets never made the playoffs during his tenure with the team. In the 2001 season, Marbury was traded to the Phoenix Suns for Jason Kidd. Marbury made his second All-Star team and All-NBA team in 2003. But things just didn't work out, as Marbury only had minimal success with the Suns, and he was traded again to the New York Knicks on January 5th. But this brought Marbury's career full circle, as he grew up in New York and was a lifelong Knicks fan. He also played for the U.S. Olympic team in 2004, and this is noteworthy because this was the first U.S. team that failed to win the gold medal. In fact, they didn't even get silver. They ended up only taking home the bronze medal. During the 2005 season, things started to take a turn for the worse for Stephon, as he would get into a public feud with then head coach Larry Brown. In an interview, Stephon said, "He always crosses the line. That's nothing new. Certain coaches deal with certain things certain ways, and he handles things through the media, as opposed to sitting down and talking with people. And still, if you sit down and you talk with coach, it's liable to get back to everybody. So you're really not safe there either." Larry Brown responded and said, "So you're the best guard in the league, and the team is 17-45. Yeah, it's the coach's fault. I don't know why you play a team sport and not be concerned about making your teammates better and helping your team win games. That's the only thing that really matters. And if you're the best player, surely you're going to have some effect on the game's outcome." Brown was fired at the end of the season, but things weren't getting any better. The Knicks were spiraling once again, and Stephon was involved in another public incident, but this time it was with new head coach Isaiah Thomas. Marbury apparently left the team after learning he was going to be removed from the starting lineup. There were even reports that Marbury and Thomas actually came to blows on a team plane, and Marbury threatened to blackmail Thomas for taking him out of the starting lineup. And ultimately, he was removed from his position, and Mike D'Antoni took over as the head coach. And Marbury's position as a starting point guard was surely in question. Although D'Antoni told Marbury that he had an opportunity to play 35 minutes a game if he wanted to, Marbury felt like the Knicks had gone in a different direction, as they had also brought in Chris Duhon, and he allegedly refused to participate. And on December 1st, 2008, Marbury was banned from attending any Knicks practices or games. Mind you, he's on the active roster at the time. He would leave the Knicks after the season and eventually play one more season with the Celtics. He was offered a contract for the 2010 season, but only for the vet minimum. And he declined, saying he would take a year off from basketball to focus on his business interests. And in 2015, he received his green card and has found a home in China, where he is the owner of a Chinese arena football league. Next up, Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon, the 3rd overall pick in the 2004 NBA draft, selected by the Chicago Bulls. And as a rookie, Gordon helped lead a turnaround from a 3-14 start to finishing the season 47-35 and securing the 4th seed in the playoffs. He averaged 15 points per game while coming off the bench and became the first and only rookie in league history to win Sixth Man of the Year coming off the bench. And during his sophomore season, he would shift between the starting lineup and coming off the bench. In April 2006 against the Washington Wizards, Gordon recorded the most three-pointers made in a single game with 9. But it was really his third season where he took that next step for himself and for the Bulls. He had become the full-time shooting guard and had adjusted well, averaging 24 points per game on 46% shooting. He also had a career-high 48 points against the Milwaukee Bucks in that same season. And in the first round of the playoffs, Gordon and the Bulls faced the defending champion Miami Heat, and they won the series in 4 games, becoming the first team in NBA history to sweep the defending champions in the very first round. Now, they would eventually lose in 6 games to the Pistons in the second round, but there was optimism in Chicago. And in his 4th season, after winning their first playoff series, the Bulls came into the season with high expectations. With Gordon and Luol Deng both emerging as key pieces to the success, they were offered contract extensions. But believing they could earn more money in free agency, they both rejected the offers. And after the Bulls ended up having an underwhelming season at 33-49, Gordon was only offered a qualifying offer of $6.4 million for 1 year. And to make matters worse, the Bulls drafted Derrick Rose with the first overall pick, and questions began immediately if Gordon and Rose could coexist, as they were both score-first guards. Gordon would end up leaving the Bulls after the season and sign with the Pistons on a 5-year, $55 million contract. But after 3 seasons, he was traded to the Charlotte Bobcats, and in the summer of 2012, 2 years later, he was waived by the Bobcats. He was signed with the Magic in 2014 on a 2-year contract, and his final game was played on March 22, 2015. He only scored 3 points with 1 rebound and 1 assist. He was waived a few months later. He was signed with the Golden State Warriors, but he only appeared in 2 preseason games. And then things got worse. On June 1st, 2017, Gordon was arrested for pulling fire alarms at a Los Angeles apartment building. In October 2017, he was hospitalized for a psychiatric evaluation after an altercation with a female at a wellness center in Mount Vernon, New York. On November 20th, 2017, Gordon was arrested again for punching a manager in an apartment complex, pulling a knife, and robbing him of his security deposit. 3 years later, in February 2020, Gordon revealed he was suffering from bipolar disorder and detailed his battle with mental illness since retirement. But on October 10th, 2022, he was arrested again for allegedly punching his son at an airport in New York and resisting arrest. And on April 4th, 2023, he was arrested once again and taken into custody after he allegedly threatened an employee of a juice shop with a knife. It seems like his career only got worse after he retired from the NBA. I really hope he gets the help that he needs, like, seriously. Next up, Monta Ellis. Monta Ellis, the 40th overall pick in the 2005 NBA draft, selected by the Golden State Warriors, where he would play for the next 7 seasons. He had a slow start to his career, but in 2007, he became the most improved player as he increased his points, rebounds, and assists from 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist per game to 16 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds per game. He also helped the We Believe Warriors team defeat the Dallas Mavericks in 6 games in the first round, becoming the first AFC to capture a best-of-7 series in NBA history. In 2008, Ellis re-signed with the Warriors on a 6-year, $66 million contract.